ebijjenga bigatta ku binne waabyo. Abantu abo bwe mulaba abaawunula babagamba ekitundu ekimu bagenda kuyisaamu ekkubo erya Southern Bypass ne Jinja Expressway. Ne babagamba emyaka 14 emabega ne bababala ne bagala tugenda basasula. Mu kifo ky'okubasasula ate NEMA yabalaalise kubamenya. Kati abantu nga balowooza nti ndowooza ne ssente zino zibali bagenda basasula abantu ba gavumenti baagala kuzirya. Kuba abantu be babaze ne baga nti ojja basasula. Olunaku lw'okusasula bwe lutuuse ate n'ojja kubamenya. Kati abantu balina obuzibu bwa NEMA naye baluddewo nga wunula tebasasula. Emabega kawo mwalabaawo Mwacholi Quarters n'Ekiganda Kasokoso. Abapoliisi baafuuse bangi nga tebalina we basula. Nga nabo bamenya amayumba g'abantu basobola okuteekawo agaabwe. Kati abantu basula ku butaakye, oyithe olinda NEMA kumenya oba olinda poliisi. Kuba baatugamba nti poliisi eri mu kutweninga abasirikale bangi. Temanyi we n'abasuza naye ejja egenda enoonya weesobola okumenya. Kati okwo ebitongole bya gavumenti bisatu, oyina poliisi eyagala kumenya abantu, oyina NEMA eyagala kumenya abantu, oyina wunula teyagala kusasula abantu. Abantu basula ku butaakye. Kwe kugamba nti ebyalo byonna ebirinaanyeewaawo kubanga bw'otunuulira awo bwe bagamba nti Lutobazi mulimu ebyalo ebiri mu Kampala ebitwalibwa Lord Mayor ne Honorable Balimwozo. Twagaye buli omu okuba meeting ey'enjawulo nga ebintu bitambusiza wamu. Katubasinkana awo ku makya. Meeting ebeeteganya kumala yadde essaawa. Naye abapoliisi batugenda nti bamanyi meeting ne tusanzeewo nga bena. Be baasoose ku kifo olubabuuza ne bagamba nti bamanyi meeting. Nga twagitadde mu kifo ekiggalwawo Kasokoso Beach eriko ne gate abantu gye baali bagenda okuyingira batuule twogere nga n'ebweru omuntu ayitawo tamanya nti munda mulimu ne meeting. Abapoliisi ne baggalawo ate ne bagamba ate muyimiri honorable oyimiridde mu kkubo. Nembagaaji natadde meeting munda muggadde ate munganyimidde mu kkubo mwagala nyimirire ku mitwe gy'abapoliisi. Kati ke kavuyo akali mu ggwanga. Mwami Museveni ne gavumenti ye baddidde omuntu ateesobola bamufudde momboze mu nsi ye. Bw'otunuulira ebitongole bye twewolako ssente omuli ne African Development Bank bikugamba ne bwe kibeera kinyonyi nga kiri ku muti ng'ogenda kuyisaawo ekkubo omala kola nteekateeka zisengula kinyonyi ekyo. Wano ennamanve abali mu kuzimba amakubo ga Industrial Park Abangereza babaga nti waliwo ebikere ng'ekikula ky'ebikere ebyo kisiŋŋaanibwawo wokka mu nsi yonna musooke mulekawo okuzimba enguudo. Waliwo n'ensiriŋŋanyi ziri awo nazo tezirabwangako wantu walala mu nsi yonna. Emyaka 10 mugende Namanve mbabuuze ebitundu ebimu eby'amakubo tebabikolanga kubanga baagala kukuuma ebikere n'ensiriŋŋanyi. Bwe baatuuka mu Lubigi abantu babaleetera bulldozer tractor ne bamenya amayumba gaabwe. Omuntu ng'olina amagezi niwe gabeera nga ga kitundu ng'osobola okumala obudde n'ogenda n'okuma ebikere n'okuma ensiriŋŋanyi n'osanga abantu n'oyiwa enju musula abaana n'oyiwa amasomero abaana mwe basomera. Abantu abali mu gavumenti eno balinganga abatawangalira ku nsi nti wabwe bali mu ggulu. Kuba bw'oba oli ku nsi nga abantu bayitako n'olaba embeera gye babonaabona, gavumenti ebeerawo ku lw'abantu kubayamba. Ne bw'obeera nga gw'ofuuse ekizibu eri abantu kyova olaba Kenya bali mu kwegugunga. Gw'oliwo ku lw'abantu bw'omala obasolozaamu omusolo ntandika okubagoba n'obagwa mu Lubigi n'obagoba mu Kinawataka n'obagoba e Kasokoso. Kati abantu bagendewa kuba tebalina ssente. So nze n'olwekyo njala abali mu gavumenti bamanye bino tituli mu byabufuzi. Era eno meeting gye basazizaamu ate tutegeka ndala kubanga tulina mpaka nga tumaze okusalira abantu amagezi kye bagenda okukola. Lord Mayor abadde akutte ekkubo ly'amateeka ali mu NEMA ali luddawa. Tugenze kukunga abantu beerwane kuba etteeka bwe ligamba obaga nti musobola kusisinkana. Ate gobagoba kati abantu bababulire bakole ki? So bagobe bugobi otekewo oluba balwase. The threats that they want to evict people who are in wetland. First of all, NEMA has not even defined and mapped out what wetlands are in Kampala. They have put their eyes, their sight on all lowlands. In my area, in particular, the areas of Chiganda, recently you had police, because we've been told police is training more personnel, they have nowhere to house them. So they have come to demolish houses of the ordinary people to provide accommodation to policemen. That matter is still in court. It hasn't been resolved, but the threat remains. The National Roads Authority, 14 years ago, told us that the Southern Bypass and Entebbe and Jinja Expressway will be passing through our area. They told people, please don't develop. And for 14 years, people have not developed their plots. They have finished all the processes At the stage of compensation, NEMA issues threats that you are in a wetland, you must vacate. It's as if these guys want to steal this money because you have already finished the processing of people to be compensated. Instead of compensating them and they give way, you are now threatening them with eviction. So the meeting today was to address threats that have been caused by government through police, through NEMA, through UNRWA. And this meeting is spontaneous, not one of those where you need to issue a notice. Because if I'm under threat and I am an elected leader, people have a right. Sometimes they even come to my home here. I don't know why police doesn't come to stop them. I have gone to attend the funerals. Do we issue notices for funeral? So this meeting was a spontaneous one. We are under threat. And you've been told by the road mayor, they are even supposed to be appearing before NEMA on Thursday. You need their views because the road mayor is not going to present his views. He's going to present the views of those who are affected. So that's why we agreed with Honorable Balimozo of Nakawa and the road mayor and other leaders. Let's go and jointly address these people, listen to them, and then process their issue through all the government institutions, NEMA, Parliament, Court, jointly. And to our surprise, we found police had cordoned off the place with the military, and they said they were not aware of them. They asked that RPC that even if you are intelligent by a half, how do you deploy more than 400 people to stop a meeting? And then you say the reason is because you don't know, yet you are at the venue. So people who speak to Museveni, they need to be sympathetic to vulnerable people. Don't exploit their vulnerability. Don't use people in two disputes. You go to Chinawataka, just around Nabisunsa area. Sudiri has constructed warehouses that are being rented by government, Electoral Commission and URI, and they pay more than 300 million shillings per month. So if you can't demolish Sudiri, you can't demolish Stambik, you can't demolish all these developments, including Nama and Vehia, why do you target the vulnerable people? And you don't even give them an opportunity to process their petition and complaint through the due process of the law. The government that must keep quiet about environment is Museveni's government. They released nearly half of the forests in Uganda. People are growing their maize. You go to areas of Mukono, to areas of Mpigi. They are parading themselves in Kampala that they want to conserve environment. If you have released forests, you've privatized them, you've given them to private individuals. You cannot be the same person claiming that you want to save wetlands in Kampala. But even if you want to save wetlands, you exist because of the human beings called Ugandans. Find a decent way of moving them if they are in a wetland. Isn't that the reason you collect taxes? The other day in Bududa, why didn't they treat the people of Bududa the same way? Then they buy land in Kiriandongo to resettle them. Why do you want to resettle Bududa and then you cannot resettle those who are in Kasokoso, those who are in Nansana? See, it's as if we are speaking to people who live in heaven. They will apply one solution here and then another solution elsewhere. But because they know environment has become topical, almost a global topic, so they want to extract sympathy from environmentalists at the expense of the citizens. And they have a duty to these citizens. It is the reason that they exist as a government. 6 people, they were bundled, wrapped up, thrown in the same vehicle. These ones, like, they're supposed to be taking dogs. In fact, we are lucky. You can't breathe when you are inside. The only luck is that one young man threw a stone and broke some of the windows. Otherwise, you're not going to breathe. When they reached here, they threw me inside and then drove them first to Chireka. Now I am told they are in Chira. I don't know if that's where they will keep them. So you arrest Ssemujju together with 6 people. Because you know Ssemujju is an MP, you leave him. That's the same mentality of exploiting vulnerability. They should have taken me together with those people if you have committed a crime. Why do you come and throw me in the house? And then the ordinary people who are suffering, you drive them to maybe they even want to charge them. I don't know what is in the mentality of leaders. So Ssemujju is an MP. Okay, you have roughed him up. You take him back to his house. But the ordinary people whose houses you are threatening to demolish, you drive them to a police station. Really, is that the treatment? Are we supposed to be equal under the law? These meetings are not going to end until the threats have been withdrawn. Because I have a duty. It's the reason I am an MP. I am planning either Friday or Monday we'll have another meeting at the same venue. Because that is the only way I can speak to people. I am not Museveni who is going to correct all the TVs and radio and then give a presidential speech. I can only speak to people when they have gathered. So I am now going to issue notices for them to return on Friday, and then Friday I will be in Kasokoso to address them.